Hello guys, this is Marcus again, bringing to you one more tutorial. This time we are going to learn how to create accordions in Figma. See, I brought this really simple example over here, and now I will click just to show you how this thing works. We can expand and then collapse. We can expand and then collapse. We could, for example, expand all of them not in order, like sorting, and then we can close sorting as well. So we are learn how to create those accordions. All right, so let me come back to the design file and let me show you what we are going to do. Let me hide my UI. So we are going to create just one component. This component, it has two variants. So this component, right? It's pretty simple, like I was telling before, two variants or two states. You prefer the way you want to call it. And then here we have all the instances, right? And all of them, they are in this variant, but we can change, of course. So let me show my UI and then let me show you what's possible to do. I need to select this thing over here. Let me call it properly, accordion. It's just an auto layout, right? And then if I want to select things inside, I click twice, like you know. I press and hold shift, and then I can select all of them separate. Now I can change the instance, the variant, so it will be closed like this. Now I want to go to the prototype tab and I want to play that again. So we can expand like I showed you. We can go this way, we can come back, we can open separate parts. We have the control over it. And also we can change the trigger, the interaction itself. So let's select here. You can see the way to go and the way to come back. I can, for example, select it here and I can change. Rather than having on click, I can go like mouse enter to go and mouse leave to come back. Let's see what happens. Let me play that again. Oops, now I don't need to click. I just go this way and this way and this way and this way too. See? Pretty useful. So we can play like this. In some cases, let's suppose that we don't have this round corner radius. Let's go with 0, for example, and 0 here too. So I'm changing the master component and all the instances, they will be changed. Let's go with 0. And then what I want to do, it is to decrease to 0, right? Then what I want to show you will make a little more sense. Let me play that again. So when I go this way, see, we can open things like this, just moving the mouse like this. It's pretty cool, isn't it? So we have this possibility of playing with accordions like this. So let's make that together from scratch. The first thing first, I want to move this frame over here. Let me come back to design part, okay, design tab. Let me create the same size screen like here. It is going to be 360 by 672. Let me press F, and then I can go like Android large if I want. Then I can decrease its size to be exactly the same I did here. Then I'm gonna call it components, right? I also, I remember that I talked about that before, components, that we can have components over here in the same screen, but it's a good practice to send all the components to the component section like here. I don't know if this is the first tutorial you are watching here in my channel, but I recommend you to watch the previous one And here now in this moment I'm doing interaction prototypes, interaction tutorials, but before I was doing material design tutorials. So there are many things, many components. I explained how to organize that. And if you are working in a team and the team is using paid Figma, it's possible to have a separate component libraries in other file and link to the file that you want to design. Only the flows will be in this file, and the component library itself, the design system, let's call it this way, it will be separate. So once that the person that is responsible for the component library does some change, all the designers in all the world that are using the same source of truth will have their components changed. All right. Okay, cool. Let's come back to the subject. Let me see. We were here animating accordions. So now we have this component page. What we want to do, actually, what I want you to do, we will hit T, click here and type a title. That might be title, for example. Let's play this way. Title, press Shift A. Now here in the fill section, let's apply some color. For example, blue. Let me change the face, the type color. Now I want to change some parameters, like for example, I could have something like 24 here. Let's suppose 48 here. Maybe that's too much. I can decrease like 16 here. Then I can increase by myself, like I can have something like this. I can centralize it here. Centralize on the page. I can move a little up. I will select clicking twice here. I will press Ctrl D to duplicate, click out, click again, in, change the direction of the auto layout to vertical. And here I'm using pop pins medium 16, and here I will just change to light. Maybe regular is gonna be better. I don't know. Maybe I can change this one from medium to semi-bold. It's gonna be better. So I have title and I have text. Cool. But let me duplicate this one here. See, title and text. I have two lines of text. Let me duplicate it too. Text. And this one here, I don't have anything, just the title. Cool. I have the two things that I need to have. But this one here, it's lighter, if you realize it, that a little lighter. All right. So now I can select both of them. Before, let me see the way I call it. It's gonna be accordion. This one accordion too. But if you realize, this one is collapsed, this one is expanded, but we will change it later. Select both of them, click here, go to not to create component, but create multiple components. So we are creating multiple components. Now we can combine them as variants. Just click here and they are combined. We have two variants, just like here, two variants, and here two variants. Now it's necessary to change, to configure some parameters. Click twice here. So we see accordion. I wanna cut from here, and here I will paste accordion. The state, it's gonna be collapsed. And the second one, when I click twice here, I don't need to change anymore like we changed it before. This part here, the name itself, just here the instance, the variant, it's gonna be called expanded. Cool, we got all we need. Now it's time to duplicate this page, just like this. I'm going to move it down Let me zoom in. I want to delete this content. Now I will go to assets and I will search for accordion. See what happens. I have two of them because this one here is the tutorial I prepared before, and this one here we created together. Let's drag and drop, centralize, Ctrl D to duplicate, click and drag to select both of them. You can come back to layer panels. You can see we are selecting two accordions. If you want to be more organized, we can change this name just right here. For example, it's not a component, it's accordion. Cool. And then I go down and I can see it was changed here too, because I changed it in the master component, right? So now we can duplicate, Ctrl D, click and drag, press Shift A, we got a auto layout. I will click twice and duplicate one more time, one more time. I have 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, just like this. And now let's start filling the information. So click twice here. This title will be about me. Then I will change the instance over here. I will change to expanded. So we got about me, and then let me fill it. Let me expand here. Clicking twice, select one by one, press and hold Shift to help you, and expand all of them. I'm doing that because I'm copying what I did before. In your case, you need to type. I'm sorry guys, but it is what it is. You paste like this. See the properties, it's black. I don't want to have a black text. So what I can do, I can copy from here, Ctrl C, and here I will paste with my right click. It will be white. I can copy, right click, and paste, right click, just like this. So what we need to do, we need to just fill the information that we want. I do like this, I copy, and I go like this too. I copy just like this, I paste just like this, and I realized that I need to have contact. I copied already. I was about to say that I needed to have one more component, but I don't. I was counting wrongly. Cool. Now I will click twice, press and hold Shift, click here and click here again, expand all of them. And now let's keep copying and pasting all the rest. But like I told you before, this is my case because I have the text already. In your case, you don't, so it's necessary to, in this case, press Ctrl U to underline, U for underline. So like I was telling before, you don't have the text already, so it will be necessary to type, but that's not a problem. I know you, you know me. We know both. We know that it's necessary to do a lot of things as designers. Let me add it because I don't want to have a link. Cool, just a text in this case. I could have, but I don't want to have. Let me copy my LinkedIn too. Let's suppose that it's my real LinkedIn, but it isn't. Oops, need to add it again because when we copy and paste things like these, they will be links. Oops, what did I do? Copy, it's crazy. Paste, right click, now it's okay. No link. Cool. Location, let me use some dummy text. This is not my, oops, this is not my real location, of course. We need to protect ourselves, even though I know, oops, I'm doing a lot of crazy things here. I pasted things in the wrong place. So I was telling that even I know you guys, I know that you are cool people, but it's important to protect our privacy as much as possible. Cool, now I have all the information that I need. Let me click twice here, select here, here, here. I want to swap to collapsed just to see if things are cool. And then I go to expand. Now I really want to have things collapsed. This is the state, the variant that I want to start my thing. Select here, go to prototype section. Let's start this flow. It's gonna be flow 1. You can call it this or put the name you want. For example, accordion 1, something like this. Now it's time to test. Let's click here. And as you can see, we click and nothing happens. But why is that? What the hell is going on? The thing is because we didn't do the interactions on the component, so we need to come back. I did that on purpose, for real. I just wanted to mess with you guys. So once that we are here, we need to do the triggers. Okay, so we click twice here, click here and connect here. On click, we will let this thing like this instant. It's gonna be smart animate. You can try to use something like dissolve. I don't know, I prefer smart animate. And the way back, the same thing. On click, dissolve. Let's test, let's see what happens. You know, dissolve like this. It's cool. Okay. But see, my text is not working the way I planned it. It's a problem. I don't like when these bugs, they happen. Let me restart here. As you can see, you click in whatever place on the screen, we can see this restart or press R. But once again, it's not working the way I planned it before. It's a pity, but yeah. But here, as you can see, all the things, they are right. When we go expanding them, let's see, collapsed expanding, they should be like this. This is the right way. So let's come back here. As you can see, the thing is working. Figma is crazy sometimes. So what I want to do right now, I want to change the type of interaction. Rather than being on click, we need to come back to prototype. We will go mouse enter and mouse leave, like I showed you before we started this tutorial. Let's see what happens. Mouse enter to go, mouse leave to come back. Let's test. See? Cool. But now let's change it to smart animate. I prefer, really, I told you before, smart animate can really be elegant. See? So much more elegant. But there are some little tweaks. But it's totally possible to understand what's going on, right? So guys, I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I just showed you how to do simple but really effective accordions. You can use accordions on web design, mobile design, Android, iOS, all over the world, all places they are acceptable, okay? So like I told you before, like I said, I really hope that you enjoy this thing. That was a pleasure as usual to do, as always, to do that to you guys. Take care, stay safe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.